FeltTube. Guess who's finally back with a part 2 for this video? Yes, I'm back, maybe 2 years after filming the first one. I do apologize for that, but I got derailed. I have too many crafting projects in the works at all times, and I don't think, has it been 2 years? Let's go with 2 years. It might have been 3, but let's hope 2 years that I started this kit. As a refresher, actually, let me grab the preview. Okay, so this is a Bucilla kit called Love in the Air, and if you are catching this video first, I do have a part 1 to this, and I will link that below. I usually put them in a playlist, so it might just kind of recommend it for you anyway. But yes, I started this kit, and I think that in part 1, I had only had one of the hearts done, but I did have all of the flowers done. So I had done all the flowers and one heart. I think this heart right here is what I had done. I have not done any of the leaves yet, and I think what stalled me on this is that I wasn't sure if I was going to actually turn it into a wreath, and I was thinking maybe I would do a garland instead. But nonetheless, I still don't have to fully have that decided upon just yet because I'm still working on it. So where am I? I picked this up again here. Okay, I should probably say the date. It is February 17th, so Valentine's Day has come and gone for 2025. So spoiler alert, I will not have a finish of this kit in this video because I just don't know if I have it in me to do all of those leaves right now. There's just much more exciting things to work on than those leaves. But I am determined to get all of the hearts done in this video. So let me grab and show you where I'm at right now. Okay, so I will show you my finished hearts here in a minute, but these are the ones I have left. So this is all one heart here. And this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 hearts that haven't been started yet. And I have these 3 that are in progress. I've done, so I was working on my chain stitch. I always have to kind of wrap my head around that chain stitch when I haven't done it in a while. And yeah, the spacing on these, I was trying to really work at getting them to all look the same, but it's hard. I haven't quite, I mean, I know how to do it, but I'm trying to find a way that makes it look a little bit more uniform. And so I think that one I did first. This one I did second, maybe. I'm not sure it looks any better. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to be, it's not something I'm certainly going to undo or anything. And then I am now working on this one right here. So this one's going to have the chain stitch in white in this middle part here. And then this outer line is going to have chain stitch in red. And then, so I'll then add the sequins to these 3 hearts and go ahead and get them stuffed and finished up. And then the only actual embroidery, so all of these are just going to take sequins and no embroidery. And the only embroidery I have left to do after the chain stitch is the blanket stitch around this right here. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably do this heart after I do that one there. So, the way you're supposed to do this, the way the directions call for, is to complete each heart, and as you complete it, you're supposed to follow the directions on how to layer it. Let me grab the instructions. Okay, so it gives you this kind of layout map of how you're supposed to do it, and it tells you, because obviously some of the flowers are going to go on top of some of the hearts, and this heart's going to go on top of that heart. But as I'm completing the hearts, I am cutting the number off of them. So I am going to go solely by the picture. Grab it again. I'm going to go by the picture on the preview right here to decipher how to layer it, because, you know, it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, sometimes it does have to be exact because, like this heart that goes on top of that, it's going to have a dotted line there that's going to show you. So yeah, I'll figure it out. It's not ideal to do it this way, but because I didn't know for sure if I was going to do a wreath, and that's just the way I'm going to do it. But yeah, I can look at this picture as a reference to see how to layer everything if I do, in fact, do the wreath. So, all right, so yes, where was I? Okay, I guess I'll just show you the hearts that I finished. So I only had one completed in part 1, I believe. Okay, let me grab this. Hold on. I do apologize in advance for any dog hairs that you might see on this kit. I did not have a dog when I started this kit 2 years ago, and I do have one now, and she sheds a lot. Okay, can you see? I've gotten some done here. Okay, let's take a look. So this is the one that I had done in part 1, and look at, I have to admit, my chain stitch looks pretty darn nice. Wow, I need to step up my game and be as good as I used to be. Look at that, it looks nice. Wow, amazing. I maybe need to channel the past me and go improve on my chain stitch a little bit there. So I had that one done, and so this time around I have completed. Also, we did this one had a little bit of. There's a knock here. Hold on. Okay. So this one had a little bit of a running stitch around the edge, and yeah, see what I mean? It kind of tells you there's the little dotted line and shows you which heart is going to go on top of that there. So I just need to figure out which heart that is, and then I'll know. All right, so some of these have been pretty easy. This was exactly like that one. Had a little bit of running stitch with some sequins. Some pink sequins around here. Yeah, lots of sequins. So cute. These little hearts. Oh, here's a chain stitch. How did I do on that? Okay, pretty good, pretty good. These are just so fun. They're so cute. I love them. All right, so yeah, I got a little bit done here in February 2025, and I just need to finish up these last few hearts, and then the leaves. There's a lot of leaves, and I'm not sure. I really want to start working on an Easter kit. Oh, and actually, there's another Valentine kit that was released this year, but I did not let myself start that one. I'm not going to start that one until this one gets done. I can go grab that in case you haven't seen it, or in case you're watching this in the future. I'll show you which one that is. It's really cute. Okay, this is which one it is. Sorry about the glare. It is called Heartfelt Treasures, and these are ornaments. So I really should finish the other one as a wreath, because then I will be able to hang these ornaments on my mantle, you know, make a little garland with them. So, oh, there's a lot of embroidery in this one. You got a little bit of, that looks like outline stitch. And in this one here, you got a little bit of, ooh, that's not satin stitch. What is that? I can't see very well through my phone. It's some kind of a filler stitch. It's almost like they filled it with outline stitching or split stitch or something. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Look at how pretty. This doesn't look like too difficult of a kit to do. Okay, look at that embroidery, some on the vine there. That looks like a combination of some little satin stitching and some outline stitch. So yeah, this will be a really fun kit. I'm excited to get into that, and I'll make a separate video of that. Okay, so yes, I had somebody leave a comment wondering where part 2 was, and I thought, well, I better, it's high time I get that part 2 up. So I'm a little bummed that I don't have a finish to show you in this video, but I do have something. So I am progressing forward, and that's really, that's a win as far as I'm concerned. Good morning. I am back again to film the last clip for this video before I get it uploaded, and today is March 14th, so we are kind of into March now. When I think I started filming, was it February? Yeah, I think it was February. I don't think I started in January. Nonetheless, I am still in the same year, so that's good. That's an improvement from the last video. So as I said, today is March 14th, which I just realized is Pi Day, so happy Pi Day. What you see before you is a completion of all of the hearts. I didn't count how many there are, but you can see that they're all so pretty. And there is kind of a weird color, bluish color tone. I'm sitting next to my window, which is usually bright and sunny, but today it is overcast and very windy out, so you may hear my heater on, and you may also hear my wind chimes blowing about out there because it is a cold and blustery day. Let's see. I don't know if I mentioned this, but in my last clip, I was telling you that I was really struggling with my chain stitch. Okay, ignore my nails. I was really struggling with my chain stitch and why it wasn't looking right. And I went back and did some investigating after that clip to figure out why 2 years ago my chain stitch looked better than it did now. And then I remembered that I had done a tutorial of how to do the chain stitch on my channel. So I went back and watched my own tutorial and realized right away what my mistake was. I think when I picked up started doing the chain stitch, this is kind of hard to explain, but when you do a lazy daisy stitch, you kind of do the loop and then you use a little tiny tacking stitch to sort of hold the loop down in a lazy daisy. And I was thinking when I started doing this, I'm like, oh, okay, well, you just have to do kind of a continuation of the lazy, like a whole bunch of lazy daisy stitches. So what that was causing me to do, if I can explain this, is after I would do the loop, I would then start the next loop by putting the leg of the next loop outside of the previous loop when it should have been inside the previous loop, which was giving it this weird kind of wonky look. And I could not figure out what it was until I realized that both of the legs of the next loop are supposed to sort of come from within the loop of the previous one, if that makes any sense at all. It's kind of hard to describe, but point is, I figured out what I was doing wrong, and so I was able to remedy it on the very last heart. So I did a whole bunch of chain stitches that don't look great, and we're just going to leave those as they are, and I'm just calling them a modified chain stitch, and we're going to go with it. But even this one is the one I did this year, and this is the one that I did 2 years ago, and it just looks so much nicer. I don't know what my deal was. And it takes a bit to get it uniform looking, but yeah, this still looks a little bit better than the one I did this year. But at least I figured out what I was doing wrong and fixed it. So, okay, all the hearts are done. And then also in my last video from a couple years ago, I had showed how to do the little roses, but I hadn't actually officially finished them and stitched them together. So I thought while I was at it, I would go ahead and do the 3 roses. And so those are ready to go, and they have their strings attached to them because that's what I'm going to use to attach them to the wreath. This is just polyfill fiber you see all over them there. And while I was at that, because I was procrastinating editing this video, I thought, well, I might as well start the leaves. And look what I did. I got them all done. I did all of the outline stitch and sequins for the leaves, and there was a lot of them, but I really enjoyed it. Actually, when I got into it, I was just sitting outside because we had some really nice sunny days, and I just brought it outside and sat and stitched and did some sequins, and yeah, really enjoyed it. So there we go. All the leaves are done, all the hearts are done, the roses are done, and 2 years ago I had also done the flowers, so those were done. And these little flowers here, which had some French knots in the center, and these that had some French knots in the center. So I have officially completed all of the components that are needed to complete this wreath. So what is left to do, let me put you on pause for a second. Okay, so what is left to do now is I need to cut out the wreath front and the wreath back. And then this is where I kind of struggle because I really want to find an easy way of doing this. And I have garnered some tips from the Bucilla Facebook group on how many people have done that step. Some people have bought like the floral wreath inserts, like the foam inserts that you make when you do a floral wreath, and have put that inside. Other people have used plastic canvas. And I saw somebody, I do not know this person, and I saw it a while ago, that somebody in the Facebook group had actually layered together like quilt batting, and then a layer of poster board, and then another layer of quilt batting. And I really think I like that idea. I think that that's what I'm going to try to do. And then I guess I'll assemble the wreath and then add all the parts to it, which makes it a little bit more difficult. I wish that I could just add all the pieces and then, to the front, because then you can kind of go to the back and tie all your knots and stuff like that. And that seems easier to me. But then it also seems, if I do that and have all of the hearts and leaves and everything on the front of this wreath and then try to attach the front to the back with it being layered, that it will be hard to wrangle. So I'm just overthinking it is really what I'm doing. I just need to try something and see if it works. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to end this video here, though, and ruminate about this for a while. And when I decide how I'm going to approach it, I will be sure to document that and get this up and put that up as a part 3. But I have decided that I am going to make the wreath, because I know I was talking about maybe keeping the hearts as just making some type of a garland. But I think I really want to know how to do the wreaths, because I have purchased a couple of other wreaths, and I really want to figure out how to get the wreaths done, because they do look really pretty when they're done. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and I will see you in part 3. It is 2025. I'm not going to promise that I will be back again this year, but let's hope by Valentine's Day of 2026 that I will have a video up showing this completed wreath. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Okay, I hope that you are enjoying this segment, and I do apologize that it's taking me so long, but we'll get there in the end. Okay, thanks for watching, and happy stitching, happy felting, happy crafting. Bye for now.